the look of your skin, diminish the look of fine lines and wrinkles.
And it doesn't matter, dry skin, oily skin, everybody can be using this?
Absolutely. If you have very, very dry skin, or if you're in a dry environment, or if it's winter, you can absolutely use a little bit of moisturizer with it. If you have a more oily complexion like myself, you may not need to at all. So either way, if you want to add a product to it, you're absolutely welcome to.
Once a day, that's all it is. Now, I personally, you've heard me say this a number of times, and Dr. Will is using it this way, so I mean, the dermatologists recommend it. Always at night, especially when you have something intensive like this, ladies and gentlemen, because when we're at rest, our bodies, we might be at rest, but our body's working overtime. I say there's a night shift going on, doing all these wonderful repairs inside and out, and that's why you would love to use, of course, the serum from Neutrogena Dermatologics here, the NX that we have for you. Again, 2 vital ingredients infused together, everybody. When you think of retinol, it's not something you haven't heard of before. I mean, even vitamin C, when we've always heard how exciting that was, until scientists stabilize things, like stabilizing retinol, it really makes a huge difference into the results. And I think that's what we all are. When we go and visit you, we want results.
Of course.
When I'm using a product, I want results.
I always tell people, I'm happy to provide you with my opinion as a board-certified dermatologist. That's what I do. I educate people about processes and about products.
At universities, too.
I'm an associate clinical professor at 2 different medical schools of dermatology, so I'm really well known for my dermatological opinions. However, don't take my opinion for it alone. You shouldn't just listen to one person to get their opinion. You should check multiple sources. Ask any dermatologist, they will tell you retinols are phenomenal products. Check the medical literature. 2,800 publications, more than 2,800 publications, testify to the fact that retinol technology, gold standard for any anti-aging regime.
I appreciate what you do, but I can tell you right now, I'm not reading any of those.
Fair enough.
I'm trusting your expertise. I'm trusting Neutrogena. Remember, Neutrogena, a premier skincare line, has been for over 40 years, but Dermatologics is a separate division. You know, like Mercedes, they have their own different divisions and everything. So does Neutrogena. This one here is about cutting edge. This one is about results. We're going to bring up those results once again because I know you want clinical studies as much as I do. So if you want to, if you love your skin, but you're thinking, you know what, I can just raise that bar just a little bit, try it. 1 application, take our 30-day money-back guarantee, and one of those interest-free easy pays of $25. Try it and see what results that you're getting. Take that digital picture of yourself. You have a digital camera, why not?
And let's talk about those results once again. After the first use, you get a lifted appearance in as fast as 2 minutes, and that's really the Tetrol E kicking in. A clinical study showed that Tetrol E shrinks the surface area of cells by 41% in as fast as 2 minutes, and that's why you notice that lifting, that tightening, that firming feeling in as fast
I'm liking it in 2 minutes. I'm going to like the results.
Exactly.
I'm hooked.
After 4 weeks, 97% of users showed improvement in the appearance of crow's feet and fine lines. That's a pretty remarkable statistic. 97%. That's virtually everybody in this dermatologist-led study. 89% showed improvement in the appearance of stubborn forehead wrinkles. After 8 weeks, the results continue because, like you said earlier, you have to be compliant. You have to use a tiny little bit every single day. That's where you're really going to see a difference.
More is not better.
More is not better. It's just a function of sticking with your regime. 70% of users in this clinical study showed improvement in the appearance of stubborn under-the-eye wrinkles. So we talk about fine lines. We talk about stubborn forehead wrinkles. We talk about those eye wrinkles. All those things lead to the signs of aging, and this is a product that really does a job giving you superior anti-aging benefits. But there's a real beauty message here, too. It gives you a more beautiful, more youthful appearance.
And we always say, even in, color shows when we do cosmetics and such, it's makeup artists, and, for many of you makeup artists out there, you always like to start off with that blank canvas. So even your makeup will last longer when the skin is looking better. I love the analogy that Dr. Will said in the last show. You're not going to go to the gym every month, every 6 to 8 weeks, and expect these incredible results. It's not going to happen. You got to work at it. What we're asking for is like 30 seconds of treatment. You've cleansed before you go to bed. Put on that 1 pearl-sized drop and then spread it around into your entire face, even under the eye or above the eye, wherever your issues happen to be. You can do it in the entire face, even the neck area if you'd like, everybody. 30 days. That's all we're asking. 1 application in those 30 days and 1 interest-free easy pay. If you trust Neutrogena, if you've never even used any of their products before, you know the name. You recognize the reputation and the quality. Try this division, the Dermatologics, because it can and will make a difference. We're talking talking cutting edge technology. I have not used the product. This is my very first show ever doing with Dr. Will. So I'm just like you. So for all of you newbies out there, you know what, worth a try. You know, I love my favorite products. I can incorporate this in as much as I want, or maybe this might eventually maybe take the place of something else. We'll leave that up to you. But do take advantage of it. That's why it's not available in stores. When you see this on a shelf, you're going to see it has a story. There's a backstory to this. You know?
Very much so. I think, once again, and I hate to beat a dead horse, but there's so much confusion out there, and I tell people, take a deep breath, just simplify your entire regime. Every single regime should start with a broad spectrum sunscreen every single day. The next most important thing in any single skincare regime, no matter who you are, no matter what you do, is a stabilized retinol. And then things you fall in a hierarchy after that, and there's a lot of things I love at the bottom of that hierarchy, but they're things that are expensive and uncomfortable. Chemical peels, laser procedures, even surgeries. Those are way down the line. You need to first build a strong foundation to that proverbial house. You wouldn't build a house, a beautiful home, and have it on a weak foundation. You would build a strong foundation first, and that's exactly what a simple yet efficacious skincare regime does for you.
But nice to have those alternatives, and I'm sure even in your clinic you offer those
of course.
services. And I always say, even before, you know, there's a lot of us, you know, as soon as I reach 40, been there, done that. As soon as I reach 50, been there, done that. So many of you are saying, you know what, I'm going to get those injections or what have you. You know what, that's great. You know what, but I always say try. As you can see here, if you have issues with your skin, you want that lifting, you want that suppleness, you want that to help in the toning and such, and that evenness that this can help you with. Remember, it's retinol and it is the Tetrol E that we have for you. Tetrol E inside here. And it's a stabilized retinol. It's not the retinol that was around 30, 40 years ago. Even though retinol is, I'll tell you, unbelievable. But science changes, so should retinol, and that's what they found here. You were saying 17 patents on that?
17 patents alone with the stabilization process. Well, it's just testament to how much research and development Neutrogena Dermatologics does. This is a company that is well known, well established in the medical literature, professional level solutions, high-end technology for people who want to jumpstart their anti-aging regime.
And this is the last show, less than $1 a day on that first payment, everybody. And then, of course, you have our 30-day money-back guarantee. Dr. Will Kirby and I will be back. We're going to take a little bit of a break. We have a great Today Showstopper that we have for you coming up with Chad Telfer in the midnight hour. But Will's going to be joining me. And if you have